Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
And welcome back to Rank 'em Up. I am Craig. We're back here today with Kev Berto. Kev Berto, what's up?
The Sky, hi, how are you? Sorry.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
We're going to start like that? Jeez.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be like that?
I had
Wow.
a big cup of coffee today, so I'm sorry. Hi, I'm doing well.
Hi, Don.
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to help
Hold
me
on.
out.
Craig, there was not one Destiny mention last week
I think people appreciated that,
in
too.
the favorite
you.
Olympic
Yeah.
moments.
Keep it that way.
That's a good one.
Please.
No.
Yeah,
Tonight is
can't-
gonna be
Let's
Can't
say
do
hi to
that.
Lilo,
all
please.
Destiny all the
Let's say hi
time
to Lilo.
tonight.
Can't do that.
Hi, Lilo.
Hi, Craig.
What's up?
I'm gonna move some.
Definitely
units
not
tonight.
that pun from Kev Berto. That was rough, bro. That was rough.
Sorry.
Well, our destiny tonight is to talk about
Hang
YouTube
on.
channels. See that?
That was good.
That was good.
That was wonderful.
That was good.
We're going to talk about YouTube channels because I watch some YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a suspicion that a lot of people here, they watch a lot of YouTube.
I watch a lot of YouTube. Let's be honest. If it was me, my phone and my Chromecast, it'd be YouTube 24/7.
I love my Chromecast.
I think it's so
I
great.
wear it out with YouTube, and I wear it out with Watch ESPN app.
Yes.
I love watching
Yes.
ESPN app.
$35, listeners. You need to treat yourself and buy it right now.
Yeah, they have a brand new one too.
You
Yep.
can watch
That's
all your
disgusting.
favorite YouTube channels on
Yeah.
Chromecast.
If you're an HBO subscriber, HBO
HBO Go.
Go, HBO Now,
HBO Now is the new one. Yeah.
do yourself a favor. # treat yourself.
They have the old comedy special. You should, man, just go there for that. It's good.
That's true. And
And
Game
that's
of Thrones.
not even everything. Yeah, every show they have, The Wire. Man,
Yeah. I
there
would
you
do
go.
it. Who's the last person to buy a lottery ticket here? I haven't bought one in forever.
I haven't bought one in years.
I don't
No.
know.
I've
Probably
never
me.
bought one
I don't know.
before.
When it was like 300
never bought
million-
one?
When it was like 300
You've
million,
never
I
bought
one.
it?
I've never bought a lottery
All right, well, you're starting.
Right.
Wow, okay.
That should have been the question, Craig. Who would never buy?
Who's never bought one?
You're over 18, aren't you?
I sound like I'm not. But yes, I am.
And when me and Caberto go places and he starts to walk to the driver's side, people ask me if he should be driving. I'm like,
That's
does
why I
does
grew,
what he wants. What are you gonna do?
That's why I grew the facial hair. So
Does what he wants.
All right,
I can't
Gilberto,
stop teenagers.
Start this off with your number 5 YouTube channel. But first, how can people tell us what they think of us and also give us their ideas for us to rank?
Well, if you want to send direct messages to me, you can go to @DonPablo303. But if you want to give me a piece of your mind, but go to Rank 'em Up on Twitter @Rank'emUp, RANKEMUP, Facebook.com/Rank'emUp, and you can be in our group. Obviously on the Stitcher app for you Android users out there in the audience. And of course, you can find the whole archive on YouTube and the Rank 'em Up YouTube channel, which is fun because you can just hit play and you can listen to us all day long. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Thank you.
And do us a favor, if you wherever you listen to this show, be sure to leave us a like, leave us a comment, leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes.
Oh, yeah, review. I like reviews.
All those reviews. Do that like you do for your favorite shows. Thank you for making us one of your listening habits.
Even if it's just a Caberto Love Fest.
Either way,
That's right.
thank you, everybody.
we appreciate you listening to us. Please show us some love and give us a like or a follow or a subscribe or a review or a rating or a favorite now. They call it on Twitter, whatever that is.
Yes. Just throw us some hearts.
Give us a heart.
Give us a heart.
Gilberto,
Give Berto hearts.
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably what's going to happen.
probably.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't
By the
know
way,
why.
he's a taken man, ladies. I don't know if we're not supposed to say that or not.
Yeah, she likes the page now. So yes,
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. It's official.
So she's gonna stalk you if you start talking to Caberto.
yes. You should probably block the first episodes. I'm just kidding. The reality TV. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Number 5 YouTube
Number
channel.
5 YouTube channels. Okay, so as part of my job, I have to be creative, and I don't copy any ideas, but I see this channel who they try to talk about real life topics in a funny way. They're not the smartest, but they are very creative. I don't know if that's kind of obviously contradictory, but this channel, and actually all of these channels are in Spanish. This channel is, or the username is Wherever Tomorrow. That's how it's supposed to say. It's what it's supposed to be like, but it's actually called Wherever Tomorrow, like just like that. And so I watched this.
Is that spelled differently?
It is spelled differently. It's spelled WEREVERTUMORRO. Okay, so I watch this channel every week. These guys post maybe a couple of times a week. And I watch it because of the way they expose, the topic idea and the examples. And, it gives me ideas, not copying them, but, for work. So whatever tomorrow. That's my number 5.
Nice.
All right, my number 5 is
First of all, what idea? I don't understand.
Yeah,
what
ideas
is the
of
topic,
how to
what are the
expose,
topics?
how to give examples of the topics and
What topic?
Just real life topics. I
It's
don't know.
like current events or something?
like, give us an
current
example of what they
for
did.
example,
Maury
like-
Povich or what, man?
Like, for example, I don't know,
Not
they
the
talk
father?
about people being sad. Some people exaggerate. Some people are more, less dramatic. Some people are more, they deal with stuff better.
I really have no idea what this channel is.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well, you
make
should
any
go
sense.
watch
You're
it.
so ambiguous on everything that you're saying.
Well, you just go to the channel and watch
Right.
it.
I would say it sounds like we should probably just watch it.
Yeah, just watch it, Don.
And then it'll be like, yeah, I go. You know what you sound like?
Is there a
You
host?
sound like
Roberto's yelling.
you sound like a cult who's trying to get you to come in and like buy something from them.
Well, just watch
go
it.
to it
You
and
don't have
get
to
ideas.
subscribe. You don't have to
And
subscribe to
when,
it.
When you get these ideas, I don't copy them, but
Don't
I
you want
take
to
their ideas and I expound on
Just-
them with my own ideas.
No, I don't
and
expand on
and I hear these voices in my head with these new ideas, and I use it at work.
Please
Sorry.
describe. Is there a host? Is it?
There is
Is it an interview show?
No. There is a.
Are there graphics?
It's a team.
Graphics.
It's just like
I feel like you steal the ideas from them.
I don't steal any ideas
All right.
from
I
them.
want to hear his description of this show here.
So it's this group of guys, and they talk about, for example, church.
Are they sitting around a table?
They sit around and they sit in front of the wall, and they obviously they do these different cuts into it, but they also cut into different examples. For example, for church,
Like they show videos?
yeah, they show videos
In the
of-
video, they show videos and they
in the
talk about
videos.
them.
Yes, they do.
So meta.
So it's like a
Yes.
news.
So it's
kind of, but they act them out.
so it's a sketch comedy
A sketch comedy video show, real life,
where they talk
whatever.
about the videos that they made
You
in the
steal-
video.
and you
Yes.
steal their ideas.
Yes,
So it's kind of like Tosh.0.
kind of like that.
It's Jesus
but-
Tosh.0.
No, it's not religious.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
about real life
You just
events.
said church. You just said
And I
church.
used an example. It was just an example. Oh,
Sorry, headphone
I like when
users.
Caberto gets angry.
No more ears for
because
you.
Then you get real Caberto. When real Caberto comes out, it's liberating.
Well, this
Makes
is only number 5.
Right.
only
We have-
number 5,
Let's
Don.
see.
We have a
Caberto
long-
is sweating
That was
again.
The first example. That was the top 5, number 1 of number 5.
Jeez.
We have a long way to go with this.
All
So,
right.
Let me continue with my number 5. My number 5 is a channel that my son likes more than I do, but I find myself watching it along with him. There is they put out tons of content on this channel, and I really only like one of the playlists that they upload content to. It's called the channel's called the Diamond Minecart. He's a huge Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And they do all kinds of different Minecraft. They've got a lot of mods that they play on also. And the mod I like when they upload is the Pixelmon mod, which my son loves too. It's basically my son's two favorite things: Minecraft and Pokemon mixed together.
World of Farts FC.
So
Awesome.
it's Minecraft and Pokemon, which is like really cool.
That sounds
So
awesome.
They do.
That does sound
They
really
do Let's
cool.
plays of Minecraft mixed. It's called Pixelmon.
You should build like fighting, like like Tekken, like 2D, but you can make it like 3D, like fighting pits. That'd be awesome.
They have all that stuff. It's awesome. I mean, they have a big battle arena. It's
Really?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's cool. They're gonna have like a really awesome 3D Pokemon battling game.
And you catch Pokemon and you battle them.
Really?
They're pixeled like Minecraft. It's pretty cool.
Minecraft is like Reddit of video games.
You can get lost in that. And this
Yeah.
Diamond Minecraft
Yeah.
has so
That's
many videos.
accurate.
Yeah.
He's got tons of subscribers and uploads all the time. But the Pixelmon one, go watch that one if you like Pokemon, if you like Minecart, which probably nobody listening does. But if you did,
You never know.
you might like that. So my number 5 is
Wait.
the Diamond Minecart.
Joaquin and his friends listen.
Yeah, me.
Man. Oh no. Awesome. Okay. Number 5 for Lilo. So YouTube is okay. So for my job, I can't even justify this by saying for my job. I watch a lot of YouTube.
You are a high-end user.
You're right. Let's face it. I consume a ton of YouTube. My subscribe list is ridiculous, and I will watch just about every single one of those channels at least once, maybe a month or a week or so. And they run the gamut of everything from like video games to science to music to stuff that's happening at Google and like development stuff and website building and nerd things. So my number 5 YouTube channel is this one called PBS Idea Channel. So PBS, the public broadcast station, started their foray into YouTube with PBS Digital Studios, and they were the ones that did like the Mr. Rogers remix and all those things that like took off and went totally viral, and they were really awesome. And so they started all these little branch channels. One of them being the PBS Idea Channel. It's hosted by this guy named Mike Rugnetta, who came from another YouTube channel called Know Your Meme. And essentially, what PBS Idea Channel does is it takes internet pop culture and dissects it. So it does all kinds of really ridiculous things. Like
It's so meta.
it kind of is, actually. It takes YouTube and dissects YouTube. There was one where it did like, who is more of a pop star, Lana Del Rey or Hatsune Miku, which is
of course.
yeah. Hatsune Miku, for those of you that don't know, is what's called a Vocaloid. She doesn't actually exist. She's a computer program. Yet she's
Roberto,
got a massive following in Japan.
If you had to vote, what would your vote be?
Is it
Lana
J-pop?
Del Rey, yeah, it's J-pop.
J-pop? All right.
Lana Del Rey or Hatsune Miku.
Roberto?
I'd never heard of Hatsune Miku.
Look her up on YouTube.
I will do that.
Shaking my head.
I will do that.
But then like he doesn't just pose the question, he throws out all kinds of really great evidence, like Lana Del Rey is actually manufactured. Like she's not trained to be a pop star. She was actually kind of brought into the industry to become a pop star.
Like Britney Spears.
Like Britney Spears.
But old style. Like,
But-
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Hatsune Miku also manufactured to be a pop star. So which is more realistic? Lana Del Rey or Hatsune Miku? So it's actually really interesting. He throws out a lot of really great theories and stuff. So
I have a feeling this list these rankings are gonna go a lot like our website's rankings, where me, Gilberto, and Don are just talking nonsense, and Lilo gives you a list of actual things you can use.
Yeah,
First of
sounds
all,
like it.
My number 1, everybody can use because it's amazing, and it's amazing and great. And
Go listen to that
Gilberto-
show, and we'll see. We'll see how this one goes.
Well, I write down everything that Lilo says anyway because I want to see what he's talking about. Except for the music, I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
What?
Did not get it.
Kerncraft 400.
Dude, I have no idea what that is. I listened to some of like Gilberto's and I had to turn it off, and then I was like, all right.
Why?
But if you want to go listen to
I mean, he
our
doesn't like Selena, so,
top
you know.
5 shows, go to our YouTube page, our top 5 90s songs. Go listen to that show, and then go to our YouTube page, and you can see all of our playlists there. Don, you're number 5.
My number 5, of course. So I did not get introduced to the YouTube until very recently, and it was because of my.
What do you mean recently?
I don't know, within the last year. I don't know. I don't really watch YouTube. I like watched it. I didn't log in. I didn't have like an account. I just watched shows, or a lot of times in radio, they're like, put this music on. I'm like, we don't have it in the system. Go to YouTube and find it, and then we play it off the computer, which is dangerous always. But you know, that was the extent of my
tricky.
YouTube. until, of course, the game Destiny came out.
We almost
And
made
then,
it.
Right. We were so close to halfway there.
Is that for So all right. So there's many websites, and Destiny is a craft. It's just its own industry now. Bungie, the company that created Destiny, created Halo, which I'm sure everybody played here, except for Kiberto because it didn't come on Sega. But so they eventually sold the Bungie name to Xbox, and then now that's made by 343, which is a company subsidiary of Microsoft. Anyway, so the next big thing for Bungie was Destiny, and they didn't know how popular it was going to be. I didn't know how popular it was going to be. I just wanted to play a first-person shooter because I was sick of Call of Duty, and I wanted to see, And by the way, I was right because adults play this. Adults play this game, not little kids that are screaming in your ear. I hate that.
Racist 12-year-olds.
I sound like an old man. And by the way, I like little kids if they pay attention and they don't start talking so much. I can't handle that. And anyway, so my number 5 is it's a website it's dedicated solely. It's called Planet Destiny. They do YouTube videos. They do reviews. They do everything on there. They have a LF looking for group site on there. But Planet Destiny, they do everything.
You just tried to not use the acronym to not sound so nerdy, right?
Yeah.
Actually, thanks for describing what LFG was, because I've heard it a few times, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the nerd that Googles LFG.
I didn't know what, in case you missed it, whatever that was acronym. I couldn't figure that out forever.
Oh.
I could not get it.
ICMYI?
Yeah, if it's longer than 3, it's tough for me. But anyway,
Or
so
ICYMI.
Planet Destiny, PlanetDestiny.com, but they make video reviews, and they do a pretty good job, man. And they make a lot of money now. So the guy that started it, good job for him. And a lot of the guys on their website will be coming up on my list. But Planet Destiny is kind of everywhere news source for Destiny, and and a lot of guys I get. When people raid or when people ask me what kind of weapons I have when I'm just hanging around in the social space, because I'm like, I don't even play that much. I swear I don't even play that much.
Come on now.
I swear I don't even play that much. I have not even hit 1,000 hours, okay?
That's all you talk about, though.
I have not hit 1,000 hours.
That would be a lot. It's 1,000.
That's a lot of hours.
I know, but I have not even hit that many, so I feel like I'm not, some guys got in the first year.
That sounds like something
That's actually
an
quite
addict
true.
would say. I don't play enough. I don't drink that much.
I'm at
What are you talking
980. I'm not at 1,000.
I'm not at 1,000. I'm at 999 and 30 minutes.
By the time this show airs, I will definitely be over 1,000, but I'm not even there yet. And it's been 14 months since it came out, so whatever. So, Planet Destiny. If you want to play Destiny, or if you have not gotten in a raid, or you want to play with a group, you can find cool guys there. This sounds like a weird commercial.
This sounds like a cult.
It
If
does
you
sound
want to
like
join, go to this and listen.
We're going to exit the planet on a comment.
Thank you.
It's not ambiguous like Kiberto. Go there for their ideas, and then you'll see the ideas that I get from their
It's
ideas.
not like they're going to ask you on that channel to donate or to buy their products like
Sorry
Destiny.
I
does.
brought this
They
up
don't.
again.
Everything
That was my
there.
bad. I got
is a
this off the
review.
rails.
It's a news and review
right,
website. There's no
Just
special.
finish up your point.
There's no special account that you can buy into to be in the Select Destiny Club in any of these places.
Let's hear what your number 4 is there.
So,
Give
Planet
it a-
Destiny. Go and look at that on YouTube. If you are looking to start a group or be in a raid or do some of the end game content,
Look for
which
Don
can be a lot of fun.
Right.
And if you want to play with me, I'm at Rocky Coors on both platforms. Or just look me up. There you go.
All right. Gilberto, you're number 4.
Man.
All right. My number 4
Let's see if this goes better here.
I hope so. So there is a famous comedian. His name is Eugenio Derbez, and that's the username. So he is a good writer. He had a TV show for over a decade, one of the biggest television networks in Mexico. And he is a great writer, and he's a big influence. So he has his own channel, which is he actually has some actors that they produce sketches and skits and all of this stuff. So I watch him, and I watch the way his comedy is different than others. And what I mean by that
What does he talk about?
He talks about the same thing, just life, different types of life topics.
What's his most famous bit?
His most famous bit
He was in Shrek.
He was in Shrek. Yes, he was in Shrek. He was the
cat?
No, he was
No,
the
he
donkey.
was the donkey
He was the donkey
in
Shrek.
Spanish, in the Spanish version,
Oh.
which is the best.
What are you talking about?
Which is
That's Eddie
which
Murphy,
is
sir.
which is a better version than the English version, in my opinion.
Get out of my.
No, I
get
will.
out.
I will agree with that.
No.
The Spanish version is way better than
Yeah.
the
Wait, what? what?
Yes, because
what?
of the Mexican idioms.
Chris Farley
It is.
died.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chris Farley died before they could bring it out. All right.
No, the Spanish version is way better.
it is much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Eugenio
Interesting.
Derbez channel. He is funny because of the Mexican idioms he uses, and they're not just Mexican, but they relate to all of Latin America. And my dominant language right at the moment, or in my life, is Spanish because of my job. So.
Well, not only because your job.
Well, obviously because of my culture and because of where I'm at, because I am Mexican.
Yes.
So there you
That
go.
was
Good job.
Props.
You're welcome, listeners.
that was a great plant. Great plant.
That hasn't lived in Mexico since I don't
Hey.
know.
All right, my number
90s?
4.
Right, number
is-
4 for
The
Craig.
early 90s.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I really like sports, and I really like the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a YouTube channel. There's a guy. It's just one guy. Sometimes he has his girlfriend on, or his girlfriend's brother, I think sometimes. But it's basically him. He's a big Broncos fan. And he uploads videos the day after games. He sometimes does previews, but the day after games, he breaks down the games in a phony, newsy, but vulgar and profane way about the Broncos. that guy's name is Brandon Perna, and the YouTube channel is That's Good Sports. And it's really cheesy, like 70s style, newsy
Oh, awesome.
TV news
Just awesome.
style graphics. And he is wonderfully funny. If you like the Broncos and you appreciate, it's not vulgar, but it's profane. He cusses a lot, I'll put it that way, but he makes a point. He makes fun of a lot of the things, which is great. Phil Simms is a target of his
Oh,
most
man.
times.
He'll
Awesome.
he's doing the game this weekend.
So this weekend, or whenever you listen to this, go back and watch. Brandon Perna is a funny dude, and he really nails it when it comes to the Broncos. And I don't know, he just is great. Go check that channel out. That's Good Sports. I don't know, he sells stuff of some of his catchphrases that he uses. It's kind of like 70s Sports Center, but very funny and only about the Broncos.
Awesome.
So you
70s
should go check
Sports
that out. That's Good Sports.
That's Good Sports. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Number 4, sticking with the my previous theme of overthinking.
Yes.
Overthinking on the YouTubes.
Overthinking.
Overthinking, because that's what PBS Idea Channel is, and then that's what. Do I need to separate you two?
No,
No, sorry, no. This guy.
Let's bring it back now.
Don and Kev are fighting like over a tablet.
So he's looking at my list. Sorry.
Man.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I just thought I'd call out to our listeners who can't see what's happening. There was a little bickering happening. Okay, so this channel is called Vsauce, and Vsauce actually has 2 other spin-off channels. Vsauce 2, which I think is primarily lists, and then Vsauce 3, which takes overthinking to and applies it to like video games and geek culture. But Vsauce is cool because it's the OG, the original, and it takes stuff like kind of high-level thinking science and then like super overthinks it. So the best example that I can give is the episode that everyone should watch is called our Tiny Slice or something like that, where it talks about human existence and the scheme of the planet. So it's like a 15-minute video, and then he's like, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a quick rundown of human history and the relative span of time that it's taken in terms of Earth years. And it's literally 10 seconds. So, like, it's like if this whole video was the span of the Earth's life, these 10 seconds are every bit of human history from start to where we are right now. So, Vsauce, it is incredible. It is very overthinky. So if you like pondering things and postulating,
Sounds like Nova for YouTube.
it's exactly like Nova for YouTube. Yeah, check it out. Vsauce, it's a good channel.
All right, Don, you're number 4.
Well, I personally believe that the Earth is 2,000 years old, so,
We're all going to leave on a comet. Dinosaurs lived with people. There's a museum in Oklahoma, by the by, that has the...
Correction, I do not believe that. My number 4. My number 4.
Lilo was going with it for a minute.
It's an Englishman. And you know what? Sometimes, Englishmen, they just speak better than us. Us dirty Americans. Right, Gilberto?
Yes.
I was like, silence.
When you look at English soccer announcers, who does it better?
They might say the same thing, but it sounds better.
It sounds so much better.
It does sound a lot better
when
with
you
an
listen
English
to Spanish
accent.
soccer announcers, you just want them to say goal, but the guys who actually do it better are the guys from Spain. Correct or incorrect?
It's different Spanish. I mean,
I listen
Different.
for-
Different. It's just as different
the
English as you say it
the
over
exposure is different. The excitement, I don't know. The,
Also,
the passion.
I appreciate an Englishman that uses a nice C word. Whatever. So anyway,
Crisps.
crisp. Yes.
Chips?
Yep. Chips.
Chips.
Frites. Oh, that's Belgian. That's French. Anyway.
Yeah. Pommes frites.
So a guy in Destiny, and he's really good, and his analysis is amazing. It's like he can break down every stat in a weapon, and it just sounds wonderful from him saying it. His name is the name the YouTube channel is My Name is Bife, and
Which I don't understand. BYF.
BY. Yeah.
My name is Bife.
Yeah.
Maybe it means something in the
I
old
think
the old
Bife,
country.
Biford
Yeah, right.
is Biford or something. I feel like that's a cool name. That's a nice. Biford is a nice English name, right, Gilberto? It's a nice proper English.
Yes, it is.
By the way, we call it standard here, Gilberto. Do you know what they call it? What they call they use the metric system, right? Your country uses the metric system, although you don't know it, but you're from there. Right? Right?
Just keep going.
Okay. What do they call the standard system in England? You don't know?
No.
A Royale with cheese.
I know, but I won't sell the joke.
I know, because I already said it's imperial, because we're imperialists. Although, really, they brought us here, so, whatever. It's imperial system.
All right, what's your number 4?
There you go. I said my name is Bike.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's
So
right.
anyway, so he's not just. He also does political commentary a little bit too, because he's a political science major, whatever that means in England. But I enjoy his YouTube analysis, and
Interesting.
he's also on a podcast called Guardian Radio, and it's pretty good.
He does Guardian Radio?
Yep, he's one of them.
No, I'm going to have to listen to that one too.
All right, Gilberto, you're number 3.
2 hours a week out of your life. Just so you know.
Dang it.
That's not a short one.
Okay, my number 3. This one is actually not for work, not related for work either, obviously. So this is just for fun. It's a video gamer who narrates all kinds of games, like including Minecraft, Call of Duty, FIFA, all of the the trending video games. And he narrates them using the slightly vulgar Mexican idioms that make the video hilarious. And I watch it just to listen to the guy, not necessarily because I play these most of these other games that he plays, but excuse me, but just to have a laugh, kind of de-stress myself. And so his name or his username is MYM Al Capone, and I'm thinking that's because the Al Capone with the K was taken. So, yeah.
Al Capone didn't spell his name with a K.
It's just the username.
He spells his name with a K.
Yes, he spells his name.
The channel is spelled with a K.
With a K, but it has an MYM before that.
You said the K was taken.
The name was taken, so there you go.
Oh.
MYM Al Capone. Yeah.
Al Capone with a C was probably taken.
Yes.
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 But,
Yes.
So we
So
couldn't
that
be
is my number
MYM
3.
Al Capone
Yes,
with a C?
with a K.
You had to have it with a K?
Yes. So that is my number 3.
I feel like you just misspelled the name.
That's fine.
There's also a chance of that happening.
That
Because
is fine.
if the username Al Capone was taken, yes, but what are the odds they put YMY in front of it?
The YouTubers have never been accused of
Yeah.
being good spellers in their names.
True story.
Yes.
True story.
My number 3. Sometimes I dabble in trying to play the guitar.
Ooh, nice.
I'm not any good. You can ask Gilberto. I tried to have him give me lessons for the better part of, 6-8 months, maybe a year. And I didn't progress very well.
You did.
But that was a long time ago, and I'm still terrible because I don't play. I play video games instead of playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And
You play Guitar Hero.
Sometimes,
but not guitar.
yeah. You have to put in effort and time, and sometimes I just want to play a song. And when I do that, I want to go to the Guitar Nick YouTube channel because this dude, of all the YouTube channels that I've watched of trying to get guitar lessons, the Guitar Nick is like by far the easiest one I've ever watched. He has a camera on the strings on his left hand, a camera on his right hand. They're both on the same screen at once. It's got the tabs right there.
Oh, nice.
It's he makes it very easy, and the songs are very simplified. I believe he makes them that way just so for beginners, which is perfect for me.
Perfect.
So if I want to learn a Christmas song, I'll go to the Guitar Nick on YouTube, and I could pick it up in, I don't know, probably 30 minutes, an hour, and I can play Ode to Joy,
Nice.
like at least the chorus, enough to fake it.
right.
That's cool.
So
Guitar Nick?
the Guitar Nick,
The Guitar Nick.
not just Guitar Nick, the Guitar Nick.
Okay. Because
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to check that one out too.
His-
I know 3 chords on guitar.
I know
3.
the chords, I just can't make them into anything. Like I can play them all individually and they
Right.
sound cool, but I just don't know how to make them.
The transitioning
combine.
is hard.
Yeah.
Transitioning
Yeah.
is hard.
So, yeah,
Oh,
the Guitar Nick is
guitar.
good, and I think he has on his website, which is in conjunction with the YouTube. I think he has like 100 or even more now beginner songs that you can just play pretty much right away if you
Nice.
know if you know what the strings are.
Right.
You just pluck them and you make
Really?
something like- yeah.
That's cool.
That's
So-
actually
I'll have to
pretty
check it
cool.
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my
Tell him
list right
Craig
now.
sent you. Yeah.
Does he do it for bass players?
I don't know. He might.
Guitar
Because he's
Nick?
got different kinds of he's got finger picking style, and he's got different kinds of tutorials, so he might have good bass ones.
Is it Guitar Nick with just a K or a CK?
The Guitar Nick,
The Guitar Nick with a C?
CK.
CK.
And you know what? For those at home listening, if you're listening on the road, don't have a place to write this, we will have linked to all of our YouTube channels on our YouTube channel. So all you have to do is remember YouTube and look up Rank 'em Up, our show. Go to our website, rankemup.podbean.com, and you can find the link there to click on it for our YouTube channel and find all of our rankings for our YouTube channels. And we'll get that up there when the show is posted. And then you don't have to go searching for these. You can just click on them.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Technology.
Lilo, go ahead with your number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so number 3 actually rounds out the last of my overthinking list on YouTube, because that's how much YouTube I watch. I've got like sectioned lists.
That's awesome.
So this
Your
one,
Chromecast is getting a workout.
it does, man. That thing is hot all the time. It's incredible. So this one takes overthinking and applies it specifically to video games. So this channel is called Game Theory, and it actually also has a spin-off channel called Film Theory, where he takes the same level of overthinking and applies it to movies. And they're both really incredible. So to give an example of Game Theory, so Game Theory is one guy on screen or voiceover. His name is Matt Pat is what he goes by. And then he's got a team of graphic designers and video people and Photoshop people, and they string together these really cool videos. So to give you an example of one of his videos, his most recent one talks about why is it when you play Halo, for all of you Halo people out there, that anytime you're playing Spartan versus Spartan, you can always take out another Spartan with a simple melee punch. Just you punch the guy and the Spartan falls over. But this is the same Spartan that can take tank mortars and survive, right? And like over or excessively heated plasma blasts and survive. So he goes through 20 minutes of actual science and describes for you why this is an actual thing. He talked to a body armor specialist who works for the military. He was able to work with Microsoft and get a full-size John 117 or whatever, John 117 cosplayer who's like
Really?
20 feet tall. And he talks about everything, like every little aspect of the armor and how this plays into why a single melee punch would kill the Master Chief. It's a fantastic channel if you like overthinking and if you like to have your mind blown. I suggest that one. And then the other episode that I would suggest on there, if you're a Destiny fan, Don Pablo. The Lost Story of Destiny, which takes the whole Destiny lore and throws it into the blender and hits puree. I
got one. There's a guy. Anyway, Sir Wallen does the same thing too, and he's pretty good at it. But I will check that out. I will.
You should. So there you go. Game Theory. It
All
also
right.
has 8-bit music, which is awesome.
Oh, nice. Game theories in and of themselves are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that spend an amount of time on doing them is
Really?
crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
He takes that to a completely different level.
They are. There's a lot of them right now for Pokemon because there's a new game coming out next year.
Oh, he does a lot of them for Pokemon too. Like, sorry, Don. There's one that Craig, you should probably check out, and it's that we are. What is it? It's like we are all Pokemon, essentially.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
The breeding science would be pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Watch it. It's a good one.
My IVs are terrible, I think. Please. If you got that joke, let me know, please. So I'm not.
All right. There you go. And all right, now you know what it feels like, Craig.
Yeah.
Data. Okay, so my number 3, and it's the last Destiny one. I know all of mine have been Destiny, but anyway. So my number 3 is he's an American guy.
I really thought all yours would be Destiny, actually.
Nope.
All 5.
I have many honorable mentions too, by the way. But no, these are just the ones I watch every day, and I check sometimes, like once a week. I check some of them. Every day I check, these particular ones. My number 1 is very, very infrequent, so I'm giddy when that shows up. Anyway, but my number 3, he's a guy from Villanova. He's a very smart gentleman, and his name is Dado. Does Destiny? His name is Dado. And he's amazing, man. I love watching everything that he does. He's really funny, and he gets angry sometimes. And like on Friday when Xur comes, Xur Day, whatever. So Xur brings exotic weapons or an armor, and you can buy them with in-game currency.
Did you say Xur Day?
Xur Day.
X-U-R, Xur Day, or Friday. It should be Thursday, but whatever.
It's your Xur's Day.
Dude, that would be awesome if it was Thursday.
Exactly.
I would be so down with that.
Thursday to Saturday night or Sunday. Anyway, so his name is Dado. Does Destiny. He's funny, man, and he does like, he does raids with everybody, and he just has good things, man. I play like he plays, so everything that he says, I kind of just copy and I follow, and if it works, it works, and his videos explain, and there's no yelling in the videos like some of these Destiny guys. Hey guys, how you going? And the guy that calls everybody beautiful bastards, that guy bugs me. So I can't listen to those. And like, if you start your video, hey guys, how's it going? I can't. No, I turn it off immediately, even if it's showing me what I need to do. If
I'm gonna have to watch how I open this show, so I don't say, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
You definitely don't say, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Right.
I can tell you that much.
No, you don't do that. And no, but that bugs me too. But even welcome. But anyway, so Dado Does Destiny. If you're a Destiny guy, go there. There's great insight. He explains everything in a well thought out, educated person manner, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
There you go.
We're up to number 2.
The number 2.
Number 2.
Kev
Yes, so the channel is an actor's name, actor, writer, comedian.
Edward James Olmos.
No, his name is Adal Ramones, and this guy is a great writer. The same thing, I like to laugh. I like to expose whatever ideas and try to make them as most entertaining as possible. This guy revolutionized Spanish television in many ways. He kind of brought him to over that edge that every comedian was on, and he's hilarious. He has truly bold monologues, and that's all this channel is: monologues about the same thing. Growing up, living, work, life situations. So it's just him talking and just giving examples.
Is he Mexican Adam Carolla?
He's better than Adam Carolla. So
All right, that's a lie.
So there you go. Adal Ramones.
I feel like this would be better served as a podcast than a YouTube.
Yeah. What? I don't understand.
That's kind of
What is he
what I'm
showing us?
imagining. Yeah,
Yeah. So
All right.
Adal Ramones. That's my number 2.
Better
Unless
than
it's
that.
like-
how dare you?
unless it's like footage of stand-ups, like if it's him and
Is there
Like
any
on
visual to
stage?
this?
No, there is no visual to this. It's just a guy with a hat and the camera
talking?
just pointing at him. That's it.
Interesting.
okay,
Yeah.
simple channel. I could
Simple
dig
channel. Yes.
All right. My number 2.
Can you explain to me why he's better than Adam Carolla? Just because he's better? That's the only reason?
No, his idioms, his the way he describes things, he doesn't try to force his opinion down people's throats. He actually
Well, you're the one
just
watching his
he relates
videos.
to people.
Can
He
you
just
tell me
relates.
why red
Adam
is better
Carolla.
than blue?
Adam Carolla
Right.
relates
Yeah.
to people.
So anyway, that's my number 2.
Does he have a pirate ship?
All right. My number 2
Does he have a pirate ship? No, he doesn't.
is
Stop. Yeah.
I'm going to try not to
What?
get too far into the weeds on this one, but go with me here, all right? Number 2, many of you play fantasy football, right? You know the concept of drafting, and you have a league, right? You have a league, you have friends, you get together, you draft, and you have this certain player, and that's on your team, and you do battle. You play one game a week against another person. I don't feel like I have to explain the concept of fantasy to people. I feel like most of us might know what this is, right?
Yeah,
Well aware.
it's become pretty universal.
Pretty prevalent.
Yeah,
Well, it's not too far to take a leap to play a fantasy type game in video games. It can happen, especially when there are lots of different characters in said video games. You could, per se, draft and play the game with these certain characters. And that's what this YouTube channel does. This YouTube channel is called the Global Battle Association. Global Battle Association. What they are is they have it's called the GBA League, and they have, 12, 15, I can't remember the number of teams, but they have 12, 15 people that get together and they draft. They have a big, long draft special that's on YouTube of Pokemon.
oh nice.
They have fantasy draft of Pokemon, basically. And it's a big league where they play one game a week. There's trades. There's
you can
free
trade.
agent pickups.
You can trade.
There's contracts. You can keep a Pokemon from year to year.
What?
Like it's
Man.
it's totally nerded out
So
fantasy
it's a-
football for Pokemon.
That is intense.
It's like a dynasty Pokemon league.
Pretty much.
Amazing.
And the Pokemon teams
Amazing.
have punny sports-related team names.
yes, they do.
Awesome.
Like the New York Yankees or Real Madrid or the Milwaukee Sawbucks, which and they all have logos that are like that.
Equally as punny.
Yes, and I really appreciate it.
That's so awesome.
Yes, you do. Craig.
They each week they do their battle, so they upload the battles, but they also have like wrap-up shows, a couple of different ones. They'll have like pivotal moments from each game where the game turned for each team. Like there would be two guys, Old Man Tup and Kentokaz Blue, that go through and describe how the game turned for this in this individual
Is
battle.
it like the Al Michaels of Pokemon battles?
Pretty much. It's
Awesome.
like it's like Sunday Night Countdown for Pokemon Battle League.
How do they have this much time on their hands?
I don't know, but these people are awesome, whoever they are.
It's like moderators on Reddit. How do they have much time on it? What's going on?
That's true.
And I'm
You can't
fairly
keep up
new.
with it. You can't keep up with it.
I'm fairly new to following the Global Battle Association, but I've dived right in, and I quite appreciate what they're doing. And I may or may not have joined a Mimic League.
Attaboy.
That
What's your team name?
I am the Colorado Rapid Dash.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I saw you when you were making your
I did,
logo.
yeah.
Follow them on Twitter.
Yeah, there's no Twitter account for this one, so it's
Look at them.
it's fun.
Colorado Rapid
I'm
Dash.
learning-
Gosh, I
Wow.
love that name so much.
And I have a logo, and it's really cool. But
There's so much.
The logo is
Yeah.
cool.
yeah. So anyway, there it is
Nice.
in all its nerdy glory. The Global Battle Association.
Global Battle Association. I'm going
Yes.
to have to watch that now.
It's
Because
really-
it sounds really fascinating.
It is.
Cool. Okay, so my number two. I've actually subscribed to this guy for a while, and he's also for all of you Minecraft fans out there, he is the one that was accredited with creating the first How to Survive Your First Night video. And it became so popular that Mojang, the company that created Minecraft, actually put this on their website as this is the video that you need to watch in order to survive your first night in Minecraft. And this gentleman goes by the name Paul Soares Jr., and that's Paul, P-A-U-L, Soares, S-O-A-R-S, Jr., and that's his YouTube channel name, too. But this guy's awesome. So he goes and does all kinds of like really small indie games. He does Let's Plays. But the cool part about him is that he's not your typical YouTuber. He's not some like 15-year-old with a webcam. He's also not some college kid with some really high-tech gear that somehow he managed to get through student loans. He is a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He's a family guy. He's got like 2 kids in high school that he talks about all the time. And he makes the best, like, I don't want to call them old people jokes, but he makes the best references to culture from like the 80s and stuff. And he's just so hilarious. He really gets into the games that he's playing. He does role playing where he'll just really get into the characters that he's playing. And for a long time, he did an entire series of tutorials for Minecraft, like 80, 90 videos in total that run everything from how to survive your first night to how to beat the Ender Dragon guy at the very end. So yeah, Paul Soares Jr., definitely give that guy a view if you like Minecraft or if you like indie games in general. He does a lot of really great indie game Let's Plays. So
I think I've watched a couple of his videos.
yeah, he's
A lot of the Minecraft ones, actually.
he's so great. He just cracks me up.
I've seen that How to Survive the First Night one,
Yeah,
for sure.
yep, that is him. That is his handiwork.
All right, Don, your number 2.
My number 2. All right, taking a turn, changing it up.
No Destiny?
No Destiny on this one?
No, this guy actually doesn't like
Shame.
Destiny.
God.
This guy does not like Destiny, but he has good reason, and I respect it, even though if I disagree with him. Anyway, so it's a YouTube channel. It's a kindoffunny.com, kind of funny YouTube channel, but it's a specific playlist, Conversation with Colin. That's Colin Moriarty. He used to work at IGN. He used to be the PS4 executive editor who had everything, or PlayStation, not just PS4, everything to do with PlayStation. And he busted out with his own company with his friend Greg Miller, who's will be appearing later on in the top 5 list.
Was he the dude on X-Play?
I don't know.
No, that was blah 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 blah.
Name sounded familiar. I thought he was on X-Play with
Oh, I know. Adam Sussler.
Adam
Yeah.
Sessler. That's
Colin
right.
Moriarty.
Okay.
He's the man. And so he's funny, man. He does Conversation with Colin, and people just send topics in because they started their YouTube channel a long time ago. They just broke out this year and started their own business and started making money and everything. But conversation. So people sending him, for instance, one cake or pie. He chose the pie side. Which, by the way, I feel like everybody that has the question cake or pie chooses pie.
No, I'm a cake guy.
I'm both.
100% cake guy.
Mm-hmm.
I will eat both if given the option.
If you had $20 to buy a cake or pie, which would you choose?
Cake.
No.
I would
100%.
probably buy
You could buy a
cake.
$20 pie that would be 100 times better than a cake.
Negative.
I would buy cake.
What
What kind of cake do you eat?
Different kinds of cake.
Exactly.
So the dollar
why are you
limit is
mad?
what
Why are you
kills
mad?
me.
Why are you mad?
The dollar limit is what kills me. At $20, I can buy a pretty dang good pie.
For
for
$20
$20,
we're trying to break the bank here. Like
get
we're
like
not
a-
having a wedding cake.
like one slice of okay cake, like one slice of carrot cake or something.
Man, see, this is the
But
problem.
that's just me.
Cake.
You guys ever had a good pecan pie? You ever had a good pecan pie?
Or French silk pie from
I don't-
Village Inn.
I really don't like pie, so it's cake all the way.
Okay.
Well, I'm in the minority, so that's just one of them. Although he agrees, pie. He was a political science major at Northeastern University, so and history major. He is double guy, and so he talked about who's your favorite president. You will never guess, and I will not tell you because I want you to watch it. Seinfeld reunion. He had an episode about that on the Curb Your Enthusiasm Seinfeld reunion. Hilarious. What if England had won the Revolutionary War? Hilarious. Colin. He's one of these new Republicans who is fiscally conservative, but he wants to be libertarian. Well, he says he wants to be libertarian, although in practice it doesn't work. So, but socially, liberal. Anyway, I just relate with Colin, and he's an old man. He's like a crotchety old man like me, so every time he says something, it makes me laugh. And anyway.
What was that channel again?
He's actually funny. Kindoffunny.com.
Kind of funny.
And he actually is funny. And there's no horrible, with his new comedy, we got to keep our mouth shut, with Jerry Seinfeld saying the kids are too sensitive, and which is funny because they feed right into it by saying, hey, why are you saying that? And then they're getting mad at him. Which in fact, these kids are way too damn sensitive. Let comedians be comedians, speak their mind. That's the whole point. And by the way, let journalists be journalists. Let them speak their mind. It's not about the money. Sometimes, like we're going down the wrong way in society if we just kowtow to the business and the billionaires. They gotta let people say something, right? And that's why Adam Carolla is the best, because he can say whatever he wants to. He does not have to stay with a company, and in fact, he turned down many companies because he makes a lot of money doing his own thing, and he has over 1 million listeners, whatever, that do his products and everything, and he makes a fine living doing that. He does not have to be attached to these things.
Fine living.
So Don likes Coke. Caberto, if you like Pepsi, let's hear your number one.
Then we're gonna
All
fight.
right, I finally have honorable mentions here, and I know I said that they were all going to be in Spanish, but not these two. My honorable mentions are the Veritas Forum and Gospel in Life, which is by a preacher named Tim Keller. They are both faith-based, and they talk a little more deeper, more related to life topics, and so I like it. I hardly watch them because I don't have much time, which I should, but I really enjoy these. But my number one is, and I have notifications for this channel every time a video is posted, because I love music, as you guys know. This girl, she does covers English and Spanish, and her channel is Melissa Eureka, like the expression now. So Eureka is her ukulele. That's what she named it. And
that's pretty cool.
And her videos are awesome because when she has talent. She was recently signed by a big label in Mexico. She joined a band, and she's traveling all around, but she's still posting videos about these covers, English and Spanish, like I said. And she has an angelic voice. She is easy on the ears and on the eyes. And so I
think that's a key component when you're a YouTube musician.
Yes. So
Can she cook?
I don't know. Actually, you know what? Yes. She has a separate channel where she actually cooks.
No way.
I am dead serious. I am dead serious.
Yes.
Her bio says she likes to eat, and it says that. So
consider me subscribed.
Yeah.
yes. So Melissa Eureka. That is my number one channel, and so I really like to listen to her covers of like many different artists, including the one from my 90s Antología from Shakira.
Yeah.
And she does a very good job at it. So
Nice.
there you go. My number one.
Awesome. I'm going to have to check that out.
Especially if she cooks. Man,
Yeah.
it's like the trifecta.
Yes.
My number one is also Pokemon related. But there's a lot of ways to play this game.
How many Pokemon do you have?
What do you mean?
4? Like 4?
No, I only have 2.
Nah.
I've got one.
Pixels, the first one?
No, that was
That's a mod.
Minecraft.
That's a Minecraft mod.
That was a
With
Minecraft.
Pokemon themes?
Yeah, it's half. I'll give you half.
All right. 2.5.
Two and a half
Yeah.
channels.
Right. Get off. There's a lot of different ways to play this game. As you've noticed, the Global Battery Association does battles, like fantasy sports. This YouTuber, specifically his LPs, his Let's Plays, are of a specific nature. People got bored playing through the game. After you play the game, through the game, you complete your Pokedex. There's not a whole lot left to do unless you play Battle Spot online and you battle against each other, which is fun. I like doing that. But there was a guy that decided he wanted to try a different way to play the game, play through the game, and he called it the Nuzlocke Challenge. And the Nuzlocke Challenge is, without getting too crazy into it deep, is you have to catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each area, and that's what you keep, and that's what you have, and that's the only Pokemon you can use. If it faints in battle, it's dead. It's gone. You can't use it again. So Basically, that's the rules, and it makes it so super hard to play.
I bet.
And because you know, most of the time when you play through the game, you get Pokemon you like or strong Pokemon, and you go beat the Elite Four, and yeah, that's what you do. But in this way, you have to use Pokemon that you wouldn't normally use. Anyway, this YouTuber, he has his own take on the Nuzlocke. He calls it the Shady Lock. So he adds even more restrictions. But this YouTuber is called Shady Penguin with 2 N's. He's very talented because I don't know if he's a voice actor or not, but he does his LPs and he plays the game and he does different voices for all the different characters. And they're all very good. And I appreciate that. I work in radio, so I appreciate the voice acting of it. And he also is very interactive with his commenters and people that... I think that's the best way to YouTube, is that if you're interacting with them, he names... One of the things is he names all of his Pokemon after his followers and commenters. So if you're named one of the Pokemon and it dies, you're like, oh, no.
Oh, man.
But... Shady Penguin, it's actually a really good... He's got a new Shady Lock challenge going on, and it uploads a couple times a week, and when it does, I'm on it. I'm on it to watch it, because it's very good.
Nice.
So there it is.
Shady Penguin.
Shady Penguin. His logo is cool. He looks like... he's got him and a Pokemon Delibird that's like a Santa Claus-looking penguin. So that's what it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I should have done that before my number one.
Yeah, all good.
My honorable mentions, I've got FedEx Gaming. He's a Minecrafter, but he is super smart when it comes to Redstone, which is crazy. If you ever need to know how to build something with electronics, this guy is crazy, crazy good with Redstone.
Did he build a computer with Redstone?
He built...
Or a calculator?
Crazy, yeah, like an ATM, crazy stuff.
Wow.
Also, Colin Noir talking about guns, which is cool. It's fun. He shoots guns. He rates them and describes them. That's a cool channel to watch.
Nice.
Geek and Sundry channel.
Geek and Sundry. You can't go wrong with Geek and
But
Sundry.
only
like that
one
one.
of their playlists I like. The rest of it I could live without. Only one. The tabletop episodes with Will Wheaton. I watch every single one of those, and I have bought a fair share of the games that have
in the
come
golden age of tabletop games. Did you know this, Craig?
We are. And
Are
I
we
think
really?
it's in part because of tabletop on YouTube
Yeah.
from Geek and Sundry. And one more, Alex Oglaza, who is another Pokemon YouTuber, a Pokatuber.
Pokatuber.
There's so many ways to play this game, and Alex Oglaza is a former U.S. regional champion in VGC battles.
Wow.
So he actually teaches a lot of strategy and tactics, and
wow,
it's really cool if you want to learn.
Pokemon is your destiny, all right? And I don't want to hear any more jokes
It might be.
about it.
Pokemon,
I don't
yeah.
want to hear about any more jokes
I am
about
not
it. Thank
anywhere
you.
near 1,000 hours, though.
No way.
I am not.
You have to be.
No, I am
If you add
200.
up all of the Pokemon games that
Yeah,
you play,
cumulatively, what would you say?
Well, like from when I was a kid?
yes,
Maybe.
has to be over.
Maybe. But the last two, I'm probably around 400 hours.
That's
Still, though, that's
That
a
is
lot of hours.
That's more than an hour a day.
I put in a lot of work on X, but Alpha Sapphire, I have really racked up the hours. I'm about 240 hours or so.
Jeez. Nice. Nice.
All right, I'm done.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so here are my honorable mentions. So, okay, we'll start from the top of this list. So I do have to mention one Destiny channel. Mr. Fruit Gaming.
Yeah.
Mr. So, okay,
That's a silly name.
it is. It's
Yeah.
it's so silly, but that's his entire shtick is just goofiness. So Mr. Fruit is hilarious. I don't know what it is, but like when he does the videos between him and the other two guys that he likes to play with, a guy named Robbie and a guy named Blue Westlow. Oh man, there's just moments where I will laugh out loud, and I will admit it that there are times when I watch it at work, not necessarily during my lunch break. And I'll be watching it, and they'll catch me with something, and I'll just laugh. And like everyone will look at me like, "What just happened?" I'm like, it's Destiny things." So yeah, Mr. Fruit Gaming, he's hilarious. Definitely recommend him. Corridor Digital, Quarter Digital's amazing. If you want to see some like really amazing computer visual effects on a YouTube channel, definitely check out Corridor Digital. They do a lot of game related stuff, but it's stuff that you wouldn't believe could be done on a YouTube channel. One of my personal favorites is Dubstep Guns. Look up Dubstep Guns. It's great.
Wub wub.
Wubs. I kill people with wubs and dubs. It's amazing. Dude Perfect. If you like sports and you like guys yelling a lot, Dude Perfect is the one.
Then you probably like this show.
Right. Then you would like Rank 'em Up. Dude Perfect is great. They do trick shots in all sports. Like lacrosse, hockey, golf. Frisbee is kind of one of the big ones. They do Nerf guns. In fact, they have their own little office building in Texas where they stage a lot of these ridiculous stunts. So, Dude Perfect, they were actually on the Today Show. Good times. Another one is called Zefrank, Zefrank. He's actually the video editor, the chief video person for BuzzFeed. But he does some really hilarious ones. If you look up the True Facts playlists, he does True Facts about animals. Those are hysterical. I highly recommend the True Facts of the anglerfish and True Facts of the mantis shrimp. Those so worth it. I've watched both of those at least 10 times a piece. And then the last honorable mention is this one called Nat and Lo, short for Natalie and Lorraine. Nat and Lo are two Googlers. And so Google does this thing without getting super Googlers. They are Google employees. Googlers.
They don't just sit around Googling stuff.
No, these are people who actually work at Google. I know Googlers are professional search people. So they have this thing called the 20% project, which takes up 20% of their work time, and it's not related to anything that they're supposed to be doing. So theirs is a video, a YouTube channel dedicated to the ins and outs of some of the weird stuff within Google. So they actually go into the ins and outs of explaining cell phones and touchscreen technology, and they talk about self-driving cars, and they talk about other crazy stuff that Google puts out. It's really interesting, and they do really cool stuff with little bits of paper and like stop motion animation. So yeah, there you go. Nat and Lo.
When I first heard you describe what that was, I thought it was going to be like an internal affairs department of Google.
Right.
I was like, I would watch that show.
Yeah, it kind of is. So they pull the curtain back on a lot of like the weird stuff that Google does. So it's kind of internal, but it's also geared for public consumption. So no NDAs needed there.
All right.
Okay, my actual number one channel. If you like gadgets, especially cell phones, this channel is the channel you need to watch. It's MKBHD. MKBHD. He reviews and ranks tech, but he talks at such a high level, but he translates everything to such a overall general user base that I know things that I didn't think I was going to know, like milliamp hours for batteries. Like if you have something that's like 3,000 milliamp hours, that's a good battery, as opposed to something that has like 2,000 milliamp hours. I would have known that had I not watched MKBHD. But he gets invited to all kinds of crazy stuff, like anything Apple related. He gets invited to. He gets invited to everything Android related because that's his bread and butter is Android stuff. All of you fellow Android users out there. And he's become so prolific that he's got his own line of like customizations to phones, like carbon fiber backing and custom skins and all kinds of crazy stuff. So he's really awesome. I really love watching his videos. And now that he's graduated from college, his videos are amazing. So, yep, MKBHD.
Cool. We have one left. Don.
All right, honorable mentions. All right, I got some good ones. Let's get the Destiny ones out of the way. Miss 5000 Watts, Rex Gaming, and Briar Rabbit. Those are actual names of people. Briar Rabbit does a good one. It's called Keep It or Shred It, which is get rid of a gun. And he actually lets his people vote on if he keeps his gun. And some of them have like God rolls, you know amazing rolls and stuff. And he'll shard it. And sometimes even if they try to make him keep it, he's like, no, I'm gonna do the hardest content in the game with this gun, and then I'm going to shard it anyway, even if they want him to keep it. which is like No Land Beyond, which is like, the guys that can use that are ridiculous. But so he made him do a whole like raid with it, and then he sharded it, and he does like he captures all this content for like 30-second video.
What are you saying?
Whatever, never mind. So anyway,
I got you, Don. I got you.
Thank you.
I don't know what that verb is.
Anyway, so the other honorable mentions, Classic Love Line, which is good. My favorite one is when Adam Carolla, a guy calls and he's like, why do you guys hate on religion so much? And Dr. Drew and Adam's like, well, we don't hate on it, so we just want to know. And he's like, you're going to hell, right? And he's like, all right, what is hell? It's the darkest place in the world. All right, what are we going to be doing there? You're going to be burning. And they're like, is it the darkest place? It's the darkest place in the world, and you'll be on fire for eternity. And they're like, wait a minute. How can you be the darkest place in the world if everybody's on white hot fire? And then the guy got mad and he hung up. That's my favorite one. So whatever. It's not really making fun of religion. It's just
science.
Just a little part. So anyway, you might have overlooked that. You got to come better than that when you talk to the two network guys. That's all.
True
the
story.
Doctor and Adam Carolla.
And Adam Carolla.
His wit is very quick. So there's that one. And then last week tonight with John Oliver, who doesn't just do like leftist stuff. It's not really any leftist stuff. It's more like why are all these municipalities paying so much for stadiums? And I don't know. He talked about gay rights. He talks about everything. John Oliver. Last week tonight with John Oliver, I would watch that on YouTube if you don't have HBO, because he goes into a myriad of topics that are really good, and he puts a funny spin on it. And he cusses, which you can't do on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Although Jon Stewart just signed with HBO, so I feel like they're going to be working together a little bit. And also Bill Simmons just signed with HBO, which is why I'm cutting the cord and I'm just getting HBO. And I just wish, I just know that in the near future, sports are going to be, they already are the most expensive thing, and that's the only reason cable, like they're not unhooked from the cable cutters, because every subscriber has to pay, whatever. ESPN gets like $6.75, which is per subscriber, and that's why they can pay these exorbitant rights fees or whatever. So, when ESPN comes out with its own thing, like Watch ESPN, you have to have a login for whatever network.
Cable provider.
Yes, you have to. You cannot get that. When they finally cut that, it might be like $50 a month though. But I'm gonna pay that because I love sport. That's the only reason I still have cable is stupid NFL Network. And so there you go. So anyway, that's my that is my honorable mentions. And my number one, and it's the other half of the team, kindoffunny.com. I talked about Colin already, conversation with Colin. Now it's the other guy who worked at IGN. These guys both worked at IGN. They both did a PlayStation podcast. And now they do their own thing, that kindoffunny.com, kindoffunnygames.com. And but this one, his name is Greg Miller, and he's freaking hilarious. They did kind of like a David Letterman late night show on IGN called Up at Noon. And he had really good guests. He got really good guests for that show that would come down there, and he still gets them. And he's part of the more talent community rather than the news community now. But he did a channel specific playlist, and it's called Oreo Oration. Oreo Oration. He reviews every Oreo flavor.
Awesome.
Okay.
Kiberto, you've seen this and you laugh. Don't act like it's not funny to you.
No, that guy was funny.
Remember the birthday cake one? We bought that because of it, and we went crazy.
I love the birthday cake.
We bought
Oreos.
the coffee Oreos.
What did we mix? Yeah. We mixed the cookie dough with the Rice Krispie ones, right, or something like that. A birthday cake with Rice Krispies.
The Rice Krispie ones were good.
The Rice Krispie ones were so good. But so he does
Oreos real bad now.
Yes, they were very good. Very good.
So he has an initial test, and he opens it, and he takes the bouquet, the nose of the bag. Which, by the way, I feel like you might get cancer from that, because you know how they proved like you can get cancer if you like take a big whiff of like the hot popcorn coming out. I feel like it's the same thing with like Oreo air, but anyway,
you can get cancer from anything.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so,
doesn't matter anymore.
So he takes the nose, and then he bites it once, and then he dips it in milk. And then he unrolls it,
untwists it,
twists it. He does a twist test, and then and it's funny because if you start in the beginning, like the twist test never works, but the last like 20, every twist test has been perfect.
I feel like I would have done this project in like 7th grade science.
Hey
fair.
man,
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry
totally,
that you didn't
no?
think about it.
Totally.
Craig. Sorry that you didn't think
And
about
then
it
he
and put
dips
it on
it
the
in
internet.
milk. He tastes it without milk, without
milk,
and
then-
with milk.
And then he double stuffs it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then
Dude.
when he put 2 mega stuffs together, mega stuff is like 2.5. That's like
yeah,
5.
Mega Stuff's like 2.5
Oh
Oreos.
man, that was like 5 Oreo. Anyway,
that sounds
was-
amazing.
that was a little too much for Greg, but I love it, man. It's the funniest show, and like Oreo sends him their new flavors now to test.
Oh, no
And-
way?
Yeah, and we've had guys like the head of
So lucky.
Sony, Shuhei Yoshida, excuse me. He sends them like Japanese Oreos, like maca and some other kinds, and they did them, which that was a weird one. I'm probably not going to try that, but there you go. Oreo oration. I would say. I mean, even if you don't like Oreos, you have to like Oreos to go see it, but you can get a better one. And golden Oreos, those are not Oreos. A white cookie is not an Oreo. Thank you. We'll not have those in my funeral.
Before we
I was
leave,
gonna say wedding, but
that is our rankings, right? That's all of us.
That is all. That is
Yeah,
all.
that's it.
I printed out this article from this. Before we leave, I printed out an article. It's the world's highest paid YouTubers of 2015.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
We
I'm
did
going to
not-
call one of them.
We did not mention one, I don't believe.
Yeah.
The highest paid YouTuber. We're in the wrong business, boys.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we are.
The highest paid YouTuber was PewDiePie. He's got almost 40 million subscribers.
Oh.
He in pre-tax earnings, he made $12 million this year
Oh.
Yep.
off YouTube.
Yep.
Crazy. Most of them on this list are under 30 and are only slightly older than the target audience members.
Dang.
Craziness.
Unbox Therapy, one of my honorable mentions. That dude, I swear, all he does is they just send him stuff, and he just has everything. Like he reviews electronics, it's ridiculous how much money that dude has, and he just.
Lindsay Sterling is on this list. I don't know if you know the violin lady.
Yeah.
She plays
She-
all those violins.
I almost added her to my honorable mentions, actually.
She
idea who
made $6 million last year off YouTube.
Just off of YouTube?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Crazy. This list is amazing. The number 2 guy made $8.5 million.
Who's the number 2 guy?
Well, the Fine Brothers. I've never heard of those guys.
Oh, I love the Fine Brothers. Gosh, I watch too much YouTube, as I
Rhett-
mentioned earlier.
Rhett and Link made $4.5 million.
$4.5 million for Rhett and Link.
Superwoman made $2.5 million. Roman Atwood made $2.5 million. Michelle Phan does makeup. She does
Yep,
makeup
she does
on
makeup
YouTube.
on
$3 million.
YouTube.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rosanna Pisano made $2.5 million off of pastries, making pastries
Dang.
on YouTube.
That is awesome.
Jeez. We're doing the wrong thing, boys.
I remember
Yeah.
during the 2008 Democratic National Convention here in Denver. We the night I went was Joe Biden night, and we're walking out, and everybody freaked out, and there was a giant, the biggest mob outside on the streets, on the mean streets of Denver, downtown Denver, was for some YouTube chick, the YouTube girl or something. I'm like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
I still don't know who it is. But
believe it.
That was the biggest mob. I'm like, all right.
Well, please
We
tell
should
us.
have known then. We
Do
should
you
have
like
known
our
then.
list? Do you like who did we miss? Who should we have put on our list? Don, how can they go ahead and do that?
Number 1, Twitter. Go to Twitter. If you can fit it on 140 characters, that's a nice challenge. At RankEmUp, RANKEMUP. Go to Facebook.com/RankEmUp. Stitcher for your Android users. And go to YouTube and look at the channel, all the archives. And I'm sure we'll try to link, or we will link, all the YouTube artists/content providers
Yes.
in this.
Be sure to give us a like, a subscribe on iTunes, a review. That would be great, too. For Lilo, for Don, for Kevberto, this is Craig, and thanks for listening to Rank 'em Up.